Good Monday morning, everybody. I'm Jared Klein coming to you live from the NBC29 Digital Desk with Morning Rush on this Halloween Eve. Let's start things off with this story this morning. A funding fumble has curtailed the construction of a new learning center in Buckingham County. The Bridge Ministry is building the space to provide classes for men who are working toward improving their lives. The group says money it was counting on to finish the building was cut from the state budget. State Senator Craig Eads blames Republicans' tax cuts. He says tough cuts had to be made to pay for them. The ministry is now solely relying on donations to finish building the center. Charlottesville wants to hear input on how accessible the city is to people with disabilities. It has launched a survey for feedback on parks, services, activities, programs, and events. The responses could eventually lead to changes. The survey is open until tomorrow, October 31st. You can find a link to the survey over on NBC29.com. A festive bike ride got folks in the Halloween spirit in Charlottesville on Sunday. Cyclists trekked around 6 miles of the city in costume, and the route included stops at UVA grounds and the downtown mall. And finally, winemakers from all across Virginia were in Charlottesville for the 2-Up Wine Down Festival Sunday. The festival brought wine lovers together. There were plenty of different options to try. Each table featured 2 different Virginia wines sold by the glass or bottle. It gave small wine producers in Virginia a chance to showcase some of their finest blends. All proceeds went toward furthering access to Virginia wine. That festival will return next year. All right.
Okay, all right. So there is this restaurant in Georgia, and it's adding a $50 surcharge to loud families to their bill for, if the parents can't or unable to parent their children.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of controversial.
I think it is. I feel like I would come down on the side of agreeing with this.
You would?
I would, because I mean, it's one thing if your child starts to cry and then you take action. You're like, okay, let's get out of the room right now. But I've seen parents who just completely ignore their child who is throwing a tantrum.
Right.
And it really does impact the experience for everyone else.
I guess it is true.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids were loud. They would throw things. And I just stopped taking my kids out to dinner altogether just because it wasn't enjoyable for us. Like, it was painful.
Exactly.
When they're bad. I think the $50, it's kind of excessive. And then sometimes you can't,
$50 is a bit excessive.
And these kids are, kids are unpredictable, too. But as a parent it is embarrassing, and you feel really bad for the other patrons, and it's a tough one.
It is. $50, I can agree with that. That's a bit much.
Yeah.
And plus, I think it's got to be a child who's causing a problem for a long time, rather than just they cry once and then here's a $50 check.
Yeah.
Bill. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's a good point. So, but interesting. It's happening. Sticking with the food theme, Domino's giving out free pizza to customers with student loans. Just kind of they're giving $1 million worth of pizza away just to help out. So it's kind of a nice gesture.
I'm sure that'll really cut in to their student loan payments.
Yeah.
Really make a difference there, Domino's.
It's a free meal, really.
I'm being negative. It is a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, gotta get it where you can, I guess. But anyway,
take advantage of that.
Take advantage of that if you have student loans. All right, and then finally, we've talked about this. Van Leeuwen's Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream. It's back at Walmart.
No.
Would you try it?
I would try just to see how it tasted, but I just cannot, because you associate that flavor with like hot food.
Yes.
And then it's like cold. I just don't know how that would. And cheesy.
I think of cold cheese.
Yeah.
Like not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah. I would try it too, but I can't imagine loving it.
No.
No.
But I mean, apparently enough people bought it. I think just to try it, but maybe there are fans out there that are like, yum.
Yeah.
I mind mac and cheese ice cream.
Right. I can't. I want to find that person and be like, and understand.
We want to interview
their
you.
palate.
Why? Why do you like this?
So yeah, there you have it.
All right. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Another day in the 80s today, but a big time cool down is on the way for tomorrow with highs only in the 50s. That's a 30-degree cool down. And it looks like we're staying with these fall-like temperatures as we enter the first week of November. I hope you guys have a great Monday out there. We'll see you again on NBC 29 News at noon.